What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over a quick little market update, what trades I ended up taking today, as well as what other stocks and ETFs I'm watching for the rest of this week and to finish off September in 2018. And for those of you guys that are new viewers to my channel, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, if you want to learn more about the stock market, investing, and trading, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also join the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. I'm pretty sure the Discord chat has about 115 members in it. It's growing on a day-to-day basis, and we're networking with each other in there, talking about stocks, trading, investing, entrepreneurship. So make sure you get into both of those communities if you guys want to be, in the loop on a day-to-day basis. So let's just talk about a quick little market update before I do get into voice crack, before I do get into what trades I made today. But first of all, let's take a look at the S&P 500. We saw another red day today, down about $10 in the whole index, down to about $2,905.97. So, we saw the top off here at 29.40, and we've pretty much been having some red days, a little bit of consolidation here, but then we saw a dip below the EMA line today, and we're just slowly hovering above that 50-day SMA indicator as of now in terms of the S&P 500. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones today, down another $106 today, guys. And we were hovering above the EMA line in yesterday's trading update video, but we clearly broke below that. So, I do see the Dow Jones potentially running down here to the 50-day SMA indicator, maybe at about $26,100, $26,200, somewhere around there, because now we're in free fall mode. We're down below the EMA line with the next support level being right around here where it's bounced at before in the past, guys. We noticed that here. We noticed that here. It dipped a little bit below there, but then ended up bouncing right under there, but pretty much right on the 50-day SMA line and continued to push up. And we noticed that, it dipped a little bit below here, but then bounced right there at it again. So, the SMA, the 50-day SMA has been a support level for the Dow Jones. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ really quickly before I talk about what trades I made today. So, out of the ones, the S&P and the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ is one that is on a little uptrending pattern right here over the past couple of days, right? But we did see a red day today after we pushed up to another higher high yesterday or earlier today, right? And we're down about $4, nothing too crazy in terms of the NASDAQ, but overall the markets, guys, today we're slightly red, right? The main indexes that we look at. So now to talk about what trades I made today in the stock market. Nike was the first trade that I ended up taking today, and this is one that I took about like 9:45 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like pretty much 20 minutes after the market opened. So for those of you guys that were not paying attention to the markets, Nike fell down from about $86 all the way down to about $81 roughly on an earnings report, right? They reported a good earnings report, but the stock ended up going down. Sometimes this happens. Whenever there's a good earnings report, doesn't necessarily mean that the stock is going to go up in price, right? So they reported that earnings report. The stock went down here. That obviously opened up potential for profit of about 6%, right? And we know over time, we love this pattern, or I personally love this pattern that Nike is on, right? It's on an uptrending pattern. It's pushing up, making higher highs, having healthy corrections, bouncing on the 180 SMA indicator, and continuing the uptrending pattern, right? And we noticed that. What did we notice? We noticed it went up to $86, pushed up to another higher high. Now we see the pullback, the bounce again on the 180 SMA indicator, and now we're seeing a nice upwards push. So where I personally got into Nike, guys, I'm in at about $82.30, and I took a smaller position in Nike because, again, I'm scaling into this position. And what we notice now, guys, is that there's a little bit of a resistance point right here under the EMA line on the 180-day chart. So what I'm waiting for, and the 50-day SMA, guys, we see that right here. If you notice that, it's a little bit of a resistance point right here under the EMA and the 50-day SMA. So what I'm going to be waiting for is a break above this tomorrow in tomorrow's market action before I do potentially add more money into ticker symbol NKE Nike, because again, there was a good earnings report. The stock fell. So, I like trading stocks like that due to the, positive, actually, Nike, there is some positive and some negative lights around Nike, but for the most part, guys, when a stock reports good earnings and the stock goes down, that could potentially be a good time to buy in. But, with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, all the craziness around Nike, I personally don't really care about that. I don't have a side in terms of that, but, a lot of people do, which is why, this stock has a lot of weird things around it right now. But me personally, guys, from the strong earnings report, I do see potential in this stock as a good little swing trade. So that's what I'm doing in terms of Nike, ticker symbol NKE. Another one that we're trading is DGAZ, ticker symbol DGAZ. So today, guys, DGAZ finally found its bottom at about 1802. It shot up above the EMA line. And, for those of you guys who do not know, natural gas is what DGAZ trades based upon. And pretty much whenever natural gas is going down in price, DGAZ is going up in price. So we saw the crazy bull run natural gas had up to $3.08, and now it fell like crazy, guys, like a swan dive pretty much. Check this out, from 308 down to about 297. It took a 10-cent hit pretty much since the high of, I think this might have been yesterday or today. Let's see, the high of 308, this might have been yesterday, but either way, down 10 cents. It's trading below the EMA line right now. And I did take a small position in DGAZ. I recall, let me just recall really quickly so I could show you guys where I did take this position. I got in right about here, guys, to be honest with you. I took a small little position at about $18, and then we saw the huge hike up here. I did not add any more money into it. Again, I'm scaling into this position, but since it was extremely oversold, guys, it was extremely oversold, and natural gas was extremely overextended, and we were reaching that support level on DGAZ at about $16. I figured I would take a small little position there, and I was jumping the gun a little bit because when I did take my position, we were still technically downtrending below the EMA line, but I figured I'd take this position, be a little bit more risk adverse with this trade due to the huge sell-off that we've been seeing, guys, and it being extremely oversold. So I took a little bit of a position there, right? It shot up all the way above the EMA line now, so I'm up about like 6-7% on this particular position, but I am going to be waiting, before I do add more money into this one, because anything can happen, guys. Tomorrow we can wake up, right? Natural gas can bounce on this 50-day SMA indicator and continue to push up the uptrending pattern that it's been on, right? Which is a very bad thing for DGAZ. So that's why I'm slowly adding money into DGAZ, and I'm just going to wait for this downtrend pattern to continue to confirm itself before adding more money, right? Because tomorrow we could potentially see a recovery play in terms of UGAZ, right? Because we did see a huge sell-off today, so we could see a little bit of a recovery, maybe back to $3 before we ideally continue the downtrending pattern, and pretty much that's where I would end up adding more money, right? So I'm being very patient with this one, right? And even after hours, guys, natural gas is still selling off. So this is a very good sign that it's going to continue this downtrending pattern. But, being very patient with this one, that's the biggest key in terms of, these ETFs, these inverse ETFs that we trade on this channel. So another stock that I was watching today was ticker symbol NFLX, also known as Netflix, right? And, this one did have a pretty good day today, up about $8.45. It finally broke past that resistance point here at about $370. I did not trade Netflix quite yet, because now what I want to see in Netflix is, it broke above this resistance point, right? And that's the first thing I wanted to see. So that's part one of what I want to see before I do trade Netflix. So we broke above there. Now I want to see a little pullback and a bounce on 370, on the 370 new resistance, or the new support level, right? Because once a resistance level is broken above, right, once the stock breaks above a resistance point, that becomes a new support level, right? We know this. So now that we broke above that resistance, I want to see a pullback and a bounce on that same 370 or 371, 372. And then a continuous push-up pattern from there before adding more money into Netflix. And I think this is the best way to play this particular stock. I think one person in our group had a put option, for this particular stock. So, I do expect a little pullback in this one tomorrow, right? And that's what I'm going to be waiting for before I do end up trading this particular stock. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. So another stock that I was watching today was Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. So we all know what happened with Tesla, guys. You know, we saw Elon Musk smoking marijuana. That ended up shooting the stock down all the way here. We saw the private thing with Tesla where he was going to take the stock private, or the company private, at $420. That's what initially shot it up to here. And then, you know, all the antics, all the investigations, all of this, the weed smoking by Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan show, that shot the stock all the way down to 253. And that obviously opened up 33% potential for profit in this particular stock. And then from there, we saw the break above the EMA, the break above the 50-day SMA, and it pretty much has been recovering since that particular time period. And what we noticed today, guys, is that it shot up even more, about $9, up about 3% today on the day. And we're noticing a very strong resistance point here on Tesla, right under the 180 SMA indicator. So I'm very interested to see, guys, whether tomorrow and finishing off the week on Friday, whether or not Tesla is going to be able to break out of this resistance point that has been a resistance point in the past. We noticed it got rejected here, right under the 180 SMA. Here again, like I said, under the 180 SMA. Here again, under the 180 SMA. So check this out, guys. If this one's able to break out of this pattern right here, right? If it's able to break out of here, I do see this as a very good potential swing trade for the next coming weeks. But ideally, guys, I want to see a break out of this 180 SMA. I want to see a pullback, right? I want to see a nice pullback and a bounce on that 180 SMA and the continuous uptrend pattern from there before even considering adding money into Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. And tomorrow, we very well could see a little pullback in Tesla stock due to the very nice day that we saw today, up about $9, 3%, like I did say. So I'm going to set an alert on Tesla. I'm going to be very patient with this one, guys. Set an alert at about $312.50. We can say that as of now is at or above 312. Actually, maybe let's say like 315-ish, like 314.66. That's close enough. So we'll put the alert there as of now, and then I'm going to be paying attention to it very closely pre-market hours tomorrow and at the beginning of the market to see, you know, where this stock is going to move. Because if it breaks above here, guys, I'm going to be very interested to see and put money into Tesla, right? So now, just to finish off the video very quickly, another one of my holdings, one of my swing trades is, where did it go? Ticker symbol NOW. I'm still holding this one, although we did see a pullback in the stock. Did it somehow get out of my watch list? Guys, I swear, sometimes, you know, stocks just magically disappear off my watch list. It's very weird. But that one's gone off my watch list somehow. But now, ticker symbol NOW. I was in this one on the break above the EMA line. We popped above here again, right? And now we're seeing a little pullback in the stock. Did I add more into this position? No, I did not. Why? Because we saw the pullback in the stock, right? I was expecting that. Like I said. And like I said in yesterday's video, I wanted to see a little pullback and then a bounce on this 50-day SMA before I do potentially add more money into this particular stock, right? So we did see the pullback. Now what I want to see tomorrow is whether or not this one's going to hold above here so it continues to push up in price, or if it breaks below there, I might have to take a small profit margin that I have made on this particular stock, because I don't want to really hold something that's breaking below the EMA and the 50-day SMA, because that's going to mean, you know, it could potentially run back down to this 180 SMA or even down below more, and, you know, I'm going to end up losing money that way. So I'm going to be very cautious approaching this particular trade tomorrow on whether or not I'm going to be adding more money into it, and, you know, I might have to settle for a small profit if it does end up breaking below there. But again, we're going to see what happens here. So I'm going to set an alert at about 196.5, right? Because if it does get to 196.5, guys, you know, that means it bounced on the 50-day SMA and it's slowly starting to curl up, and that's going to mean, you know, this one's going to be one that I might want to add more money into. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see daily updates there. Follow me on Twitter as well. And again, join those two groups, the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group, if you guys want to be in touch with me on a day-to-day basis. And the Discord group chat and Instagram, those are the two best ways that you can direct message me. You know, shoot me a DM, whatever. We could talk stocks, anything you guys want to, personal questions. I don't really care. We could talk about anything you want in those two communities. So again, hope you guys found some value in this video. Drop some comments down below. What are you trading? What stocks are you watching? What stocks you want me to cover in these videos? Let me know. My desktop is coming very, very soon. I'm going to be going live for you guys so you can see me and ask me questions on a live basis. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully everybody out there is having a great week, trading week, everything that you're doing. I hope you guys are killing it. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.